Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of Crate Expectations. If you have not watched part one, you can go do so on Xerath's channel and like, subscribe, leave a comment, all the fun things. See all of the news that we went over because apparently there was a lot to talk about, and figure out which legendary character we would delete out of the game.
Yeah. How do you feel about CG just dumping like the radio silence for over a month, and then they just dumped all this new info on us?
I feel like it also just wasn't even a ton of info. Like this was standard. I'm guessing we're gonna see way more info by the end of the month. This
Okay.
I think this was just them being like, okay, I guess we can like start working again after we're still in our turkey comas, but we'll go to work.
This release was like them yawning and stretching. They were like,
You know what?
"Ah."
I don't even think they're in the office. I think they're still at home and they had this all set, prepped to go, and they just hit the button.
Fair enough. Gosh, I about choked when like they released all of the Datacron stuff,
Yeah.
and that was fine. You hope you get that. And first off, the formatting was even worse. Like he just like deleted all the little zero placeholders,
Oh
and
gosh.
so the language was all garbled and weird, and just
And no spaces and
made no sense. It just really drove me a little crazy. But then like hours later he posts, oh, by the way, uh accuracy is actually potency.
you know.
I was like, ah,
Uh,
are we just hitting the reset button after all the progress you made last year, meat?
this is why you gotta proofread
What's that?
and ask questions.
Definitely, he definitely asked them. Sorry, it's your channel. I can
Uh,
say ass. So, all right,
Carry on.
that was my viewer question.
Um, all right, so shall we do the other viewer questions then?
Apparently, I set the tone for it. So let's go.
All right, cool.
It's my decision. It's not like scheduled in beforehand or anything.
Right, totally. Okay, see
Obviously,
money. First question, very, very important part of the question.
I don't
Is
see much
Little
of that.
Man Relic 9 yet? Yes, definitely Relic 9.
Oh, I thought he was powerful. I didn't know he was that powerful.
He's very powerful. Um, that's why he sleeps so much now.
Nice. That is truly Relic 9 material.
Yeah. Okay. And then actually serious part of their question.
What relic are you?
That's a good question.
You don't have to answer right away.
I don't
Let's,
know if I want to answer. Uh, my immediate thought was, am I a tank? And then I was like, that doesn't really matter. You can take things to Relic 9 if they're not a tank. BB-8.
you can.
Ah, um, anyway, which pair or trio would you work on first out of the following? Flo and Barris, or Gar and ISC, or Marin Talzin Zombie. Already has all the legendary characters except for Bo.
Oh, what would you do?
I would probably do the Night Sisters because they are quite fun. Um,
Oh, you use them.
sorry?
I was just surprised that you used them. That's all.
Yeah, sometimes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I would use them more if I had worked on them more. Um, I know that Plo like is really good right now because of his ship as a counter. Um, but I
Yeah.
feel like I would still do the Night Sisters.
All right.
What would you do?
Yeah, I mean, Night Sisters. The thing is, the if you can get, I don't know where they're at right now on Marin, but Marin at Gear 12 is fine. for like my two smaller accounts, I have really bad Night Sisters except for DACA. Like you need DACA to be Relic 5 or higher.
Right.
And then other than that, the Night Sisters, you need Zombie to be gear 10. You need Marin to be gear 12. Talzin can be like gear 10 as well. It doesn't matter. Like you kind of want her to die. It's kind of nice if she dies.
To Rampassage.
Yeah, if she's the first one to die, then you can just spam, especially if you have the Marin Omicron.
Mm-hmm.
Because Marin with that Omicron takes a turn every time someone on her team dies, and that counts Talzin reviving to shoot one time and then laying back down and dying.
That counts as a death.
Right, so Marin
Ooh.
just spams turns, and it's especially if you could get two characters dead, if you could then you just get unlimited turns with Marin.
You're just laughing.
If you're the person who laughs at that, then yeah.
I would laugh.
It sounds like something you would laugh at because you could literally because you just said it. So.
Okay, so Night Sisters.
Or if you're not, is one of the characters they said DACA?
No. Marin, Talzin, and Zombie as the Night Sister trio to work on.
Just to those gear thresholds I said, so probably not. I guess I would probably go with, what was the second one? Because I probably wouldn't pick Plo and Barris.
Gar and ISC. Yeah.
Just don't work on any of them. Just cord your gear. I don't know.
That's so not helpful.
I know. I'm like, ask questions for create expectations. I'll give you unhelpful answers in return. I feel bad. I am duly chastened.
I still say Night Sisters.
Okay. I do think here's the actual Gar and ISC do pilot a very helpful ship, and they are going to be very relevant in the upcoming Datacron set. And so if you can get them to Relic 3, and you have if you have Maul, then they're potentially going to be a very, very strong team. Because the way ISC works now with Gar and all of the assisting and all of that madness, like you might not even need Maul to make them pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fair.
Datacron wise, I think Gar ISC is going to be pretty good.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Stama O is asking, what are our thoughts on another new territory battle to cycle with Return of the Empire? With new characters. Yeah, with new characters from 2023, I feel as it will be a New Republic era territory battle.
I don't like that at all.
I also don't like that.
Good.
Just because I feel like they would be shooting themselves in the foot with this territory battle if they introduced another new map.
Yeah, I think that they need to just develop this map more. Yeah. Which I mean, they're doing a fine job of developing it, and I'm not saying I want more missions. Damn it all, please, no more extra missions. But I mean, I'm already like, what's in the other zones? What are they going to be? You have to think they have at least one of them planned, if not more.
Totally. I also am looking at it from when you went from dark side Geo to light side Geo, or light side Hoth to dark side Hoth, whatever. Once you introduce that new territory battle, not that it made the other one like lesser or whatever the case may be, but a lot of your focus switched into the new territory battle. So yes, you would still progress in your old one, but you were trying to progress faster in the new one. And I feel like just because of how this one is set up and what's been, what we've seen of it and how they're doing the planets and all of that, it just doesn't make sense to me to negate all of that and then just be like, here's a new map.
Well, and how many people? I just finished saying that you don't need high relic Night Sisters to be useful. Like they are super useful at low gear.
Mhm.
But a lot of people are like, all right, fine. We'll put relic 7 on all of them. We'll do Dathomir.
Right.
Get that prize. How cheap would it feel to you? Like you just did that, and you're like, I also got my Saw team up and
Right.
running, and then CG's like, oh, you're gonna be running those missions half of the time. Like instead, you're gonna have to work on more teams
Right.
if you want GET2.
My other thought too is like, what's the entry cost gonna be? Because for this one, it's 200 million GP. So do you move it to 300 million
Oh, your guild has to be 200 million.
to do Return of the Empire?
Cool.
So to do new one, do you go to 300, 250? Where's the post move?
Yeah, like 500 at least.
Um, okay, two more questions. Pale Thunder, now that Riva has been out for a good while, do you regret any of the Omicrons? Like any of Riva's Omicrons, is what I'm assuming.
That could you read that one more time?
Now that Riva has been out for a while,
Hmm.
do you regret any of the Omicrons? It says the Omicrons, so I don't know if this means Riva specific Omicrons or Omicrons on any of the Inquisitors.
Yeah, I mean, my main account has the Grand Inquisitor Omicron lead, and that feels a little. I'm like, I don't want to apply Territory War Omicrons anyways, and now I just don't ever use it. But otherwise, honestly, I think my main account might be willing to take back the other two. They're kind of good in theory,
Hmm.
but in reality, I just I don't notice any difference between my alt Professor X
Hmm.
has the leadership one, and that's it
On Riva.
on Riva,
Hmm.
and then my main account has all three, and I don't notice a difference in my fights at all.
That says a lot. I also don't notice difference because she lives on defense.
Everyone with $10 has a really cheap counter to it, Sarah.
Okay, well, she lives on defense. That's
Good
where
for
she is.
you. I just killed him with Relic 3 Phoenix the other day. It was a very sad moment. I was
I
like,
should
these
I
guys
should
are
look
all
at my
Relic
history
8.
and see if anyone's done that.
You should.
I'm curious. If they have, then maybe I'll swap it out. If they
Oh, don't.
haven't, she'll continue to live there.
They might continue to live there anyway.
Um, okay, last one. Johnny Boy 4797. What do you think the minimum relic level would be to have your bad batch at to make Marauder good if you don't have Lord Vader?
Hmm. Do you have an answer to that? I actually do have an answer.
Okay.
I'm curious to know what yours.
I'm actually not sure what this would be because like I just got Marauder to 7 star like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm curious what you think. And my bad batch are Relic 5.
Okay, so there was this interesting conversation we had on Gambit actually a few weeks ago where Solo Base 15, my co-host on the podcast there, he has an alternate account with a 4-star Marauder,
Okay.
and so on Professor X though, I happened to be farming a Galactic Legend at the same time
Yes, you
as
did.
Marauder came out. So I got a 7-star Marauder without any extra. I was just farming a GL, so I just kind of fell into having a 7-star Marauder,
Hmm.
and my bad batch just happened to be awful on that account, and so what I was like, why don't we just like compare Well, let's compare sizes here. But so because I have a 7-star, how much of an impact on my offense versus you have a 4-star, but he has Lord Vader, so he has all Relic 5 Bad Batch.
Okay, yep.
And so we were actually very close. He's able to, with a 4-star Marauder, he's able to, and then the Bad Batch are all Relic 5. He's able to counter triple Executor or triple Attacker Executor with
Oh,
a
wow.
with a 4-star and Relic 5s. Whereas my Bad Batch, they were at, it's like, well, Echo's Relic 1, but Echo isn't actually a pilot. So Tech was Relic 1. The others were Gear 12 and the Gear 10, something
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
And we had almost the exact same offense.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you don't need to get them very high theoretically to match.
Right, I would say if you could get them all to Gear 12, you're probably pretty close to where you
Hmm.
need to be. Like Relic 1 was my highest, and
That's
then
really good.
Gear 12 and Gear 10. And I've since increased my gear on Wrecker a little
Hmm.
bit, but yeah, that it wasn't yeah, you don't need super high relics. I mean, it is still a lot of Chirotech to get them all to Gear 12,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
but I just thought it was an interesting comparison, honestly.
That is an interesting comparison. Um, I only just used it. I've only used it in territory battles so far. In the Zepho mission where you need a negotiator.
Mm-hmm.
And that fleet mission is night and day if you have Marauder.
Oh, yeah. Were you able to beat it without Marauder?
I think I beat it once without Marauder and it was luck.
Oh, but ODB only does it once every territory battle. Like Hotski Patrol actually just does. They just spam that attack. Like
We we leave the
we do the
fleet
ship.
we
Hmm?
leave the fleet mission open.
Oh, well, that's cool.
But I would do it and then I would switch to Professor X and
Yeah,
hit auto
nice.
and it'd be over in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you could fail it, but it's not. I mean, really, like hitting auto. That's even in because they actually just spam the specials and the honestly the Bad Batch, like the Marauder.
Mhm.
You just want to you want to spam basic with
It
him.
it's quite funny though, like just how, at least in that mission specifically, just how easy that ship makes it.
Oh, yeah, it's an amazing ship. It really is.
Mhm.
I'm definitely farming it on my little account too, even though my bad batch. I'm simultaneously farming my bad batch. So
So that you can use the ship.
yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
Uh,
But yeah, it's a lot of Chirotech, man.
it
Chirotech
is.
is expensive.
It is a ton. Okay, so that's the viewer questions.
Very good.
So, do we want to go in game and look at the pack?
I don't know which pack it is, so probably not. But let's do it anyways.
All right, well, you can just wing your answer.
I was going to, regardless. But don't tell me you did research or something.
I didn't do research.
Good.
We're
Well,
gonna
thank
wing the
God.
answer. So, okay, so we have these. Are we in game?
You are
Okay.
madness.
We have these Gear 12 finisher calendar packs. So there's one for each piece that you can buy if you
Hmm.
want.
Okay.
Um, and they're $10 American, $14 Canadian. So it's a 2-week calendar, and I'll just open one of them so you can get an idea. But you get
It's a
enough.
dollar per day for you.
It's $1 a day. That is accurate. Um, but you get
Hmm.
enough pieces that you would finish one finisher piece, one finisher salvage piece.
Would you spend a dollar on each of these days and feel like you got your money's worth?
Um, Probably not.
Yeah, me either.
I I feel like um the way that I gear my characters and I farm gear, by the time I go to do the finisher piece, I'm never really short the actual finisher piece itself. It's always like the other random bits of gear, and I don't think I would buy a calendar for those random bits of gear instead of just going and getting that gear either in the store or farming it or whichever.
Yeah, you've got an old enough account that it's not an issue. Like my
Right.
two bigger accounts, just don't worry about it at all. Professor or Prevail Man, really, the two of those gear pieces I'm mostly good on.
Hmm.
One of them I'm just perpetually out of. It's like the piece that Shakti needs,
Hmm.
and Lightside Bastila, and like a few of them, and it's like I have to just if I have 50 of them, I can't spend it. I have to wait until I have 100 because I have to if there's a character that comes up, I need to
Hmm.
make sure I have it. So I mean, even so though, I just this kind of thing on a calendar is I just give me the stuff right now.
I know, but that's the other downside to this stuff is you have to wait the whole friggin' 2 weeks for it.
Normally, I don't really mind that much, but it's also, in a way, CG's kind of betting against you. This is their way of saying, we hope you don't get full value from this. Like
Right.
me.
Or like we hope you cave and just buy the gear with your crystals
Right.
or buy
So,
another pack or whatever.
they're like, we know you don't have self control. Why are you spending in this game in the first place if you have self control? So,
Oh man. Um, yeah, so I don't like it.
not much, man.
All right. So hard pass.
Whoa, that escalated quickly.
Want to look at a character?
Yeah,
All right, cool, 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 cool. A
depends on the
Mandalorian?
character. We've been looking at a lot of Mandalorians lately.
I know, it's like a theme. I am surprised though that we haven't spoken about this one yet. Like I'm shocked. I was looking at our notes and we have not talked about Maul.
Robo-legs Maul.
We've not done a character review for Maul. Um, so do you wanna talk about him?
No, I want you to. I want to hear why he's only relic 7.
Because man, it's a lot of signal data. The signal data choke is struggle bus.
Oh, I know. I mean, like BB-8 just really takes up a lot of signal
He
data.
does.
So.
He really wanted it, and I don't even know if I can take him any higher right now. Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Anyway,
Totally fine.
fine-ish.
Situation normal.
Um, okay, so I
How do you use him?
primarily use him in Conquest.
Okay.
Just because that's where I use him. He he he
He's
lives
easy
with
mode.
yeah, he's fun in Conquest. He lives with Lord Vader for me, so and I don't use my Lord Vader. He just lives on defense.
Okay, well that's pretty cool, I guess.
So, um, but I think the thing that I enjoy, I mean, obviously, and I used him in the crate raid too. So there is that. I think the biggest thing that I like with Maul, and it's not necessarily like the biggest thing, but I actually forgot about this with him until the crate raid, is that he starts with frenzy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I completely forgot about that, and then I was like, oh yeah, if you do a special ability, um, first you'll trigger his frenzy, and then you can go crazy.
Yeah, so he's great character in Conquest,
Hmm.
actually, because you can go with him and Watt,
Yeah.
because Watt will give you that bonus turn,
Y-
and
Trigger his frenzy.
yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
yeah. So if you go with him, Canderous, and Watt, then yeah, it'll go Watt goes, he applies some tech, whatever. Maul will go because of Frenzy. Does an AoE get to 5 stacks of Anguish?
Hmm.
Then Canderous will have assisted and therefore will get the next turn, most likely.
Yep.
Because it'll give him turn meter. And then Canderous does his AoE, which triggers Frenzy again for Maul. And then, I mean, it's game over, man. Maul in like if you want that's like the recipe to get max stars on nodes in
Right.
Conquest. Like that's what I've used on my main account a lot.
It's 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 so much fun. Um,
Yeah.
what do you like about him?
Yeah. So I am always talking about how Maul's a target for Relic 9.
Yes, I would like to know why.
So all right, so here's the thing about Maul is he gets to double dip on stats. Can you click on his relic, please?
Okay,
I love that the relic is the thing, like his prison. It's so
I
weird.
know.
Let's just gear up his prison and it'll make him stronger somehow. Okay, so as you increase in on his relic levels, he gains offense from two different places. First, he gains it from his offense, which is obvious, perhaps. But
Right.
then the one that people overlook a lot is he also gains offense from his max health. And so as he increases his relic levels,
Okay.
he is double dipping. He's not just increasing at the rate of a normal character who's an attacking character, an attacker. Like they gain at a pretty decent rate, but he also gets it from health as well. So like if you back out and go to his basic,
Okay.
he has the ability Anguish here, and so he does damage. So he takes damage at the start of his turn, equal to 2% of his max health for each stack of Anguish. Blah blah blah. But then if you go down a little bit, all the way
All
down,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah, he gains that much offense until the end of the
Oh,
turn.
I forgot about this.
So he double dips is what he does. Like
Hmm.
he's doing extra damage based off of this mechanic, and so this is why I mean he's good with Lord Vader, and if you're just going with Lord Vader, you want him to be modded for full protection
Right.
because what'll end up happening is all that protection turns into health, and then his health,
Hmm.
it like he does a lot of damage from anguish. If you're gonna have him potentially operate outside of Lord Vader, though, you want him to be modded for offense instead, but
Right.
still have as much health as possible.
Okay. That's fun. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it's it's a cool thing. It makes him a good candidate for Relic 9 just because he's on important teams that kill important stuff. Like you're killing Galactic Legends with him. He's not always the only reason you like it. I mean, he's so fun to go with Malicos
Hmm.
because Malicos is just like Starkiller. Like he's just like a little puppy and just follows his friends around. Like Starkiller is like, oh, really? Really, Emperor Palpatine, you're attacking now? I'll attack too.
Right.
Really, oh, you're attacking again. I'm gonna attack again. Like, he follows like Darth Vader does Merciless Massacre, and he just does a bunch of basics, and Starkiller's like, who are we attacking next? Who are we gonna attack next? Who are we gonna attack? And Malicos does the same. Maul's like, all right, listen, I have 5 stacks. I'm gonna attack 5 times in a row. Malicos is like, really? I'm gonna attack 5 times in a row. And Maul's like, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack at random targets, and Malicos is like, I'm gonna attack those exact random targets. Like it's wonderful. And Malicos hits so hard, and he assists like 6 times in a row.
Hmm.
It's the most fun, and I don't know. Maul is just taking down. He's on really good teams right now, killing really good opponents, and
Yeah.
so putting him to Relic 9 is not a stretch. I mean, at least to Relic 8 because you get such a good offense boost, but then 9 is where you get a good health boost too. So
Maybe I'll take him to 8 eventually.
I mean, Professor X has him at 8 for what it's worth.
Professor X also has Plo at like relic 7 or something.
8.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. All right.
I
Any
can
other
hear
thoughts
your eyes
about
rolling right now.
I know. Any other thoughts about Maul?
No, Robo-Maul is good, man. He's if you're paying attention to his mods, like you can get a lot out of him. So
All right. Let's pause real quick.
very good.
'Cause- Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, I actually just turned on the thing, so we're recording. They heard you ask that.
Oh, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Well, welcome back. And we finally got my true co-host back with us, little man.
I know. I feel like I jinxed it. I said he was sleeping so good. Yeah. And then you woke up.
It's the return of Zareth making faces.
Who's that? He's like,
He's
whatever.
not interested. All right, just like me with his roster roast.
Okay. So I did tell you they're in a rhodium. Yeah.
Okay, I'm nervous. I'll be honest.
Um, it is 5.8 million GP.
Oh, okay. So their roster sucks.
Oh, you haven't even seen it yet.
It has to suck. It's only 5 million. This is
Um,
great.
oh
Fertile
man.
ground.
Okay,
They're
let's just go look at the ships here.
sleeping sloths. That really instills some confidence. You're like, okay. You know what I want is someone.
Mhm.
I heard the sleeping sloths is breaking up. Let's try to get some of their members.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's something no one has ever said and never will say. All right, 7 fleets. Okay,
Seven
so
fleets.
why are you bad at this game?
That's a lot of missing fleets,
There's a lot of missing fleets. Yeah,
especially fleets that have been out for a while. Yeah, yeah.
they need to get good. Like they don't even have negotiator.
Oh wow. I didn't even catch that one. Yikes.
I mean, at least they have executor though. Woo, that'll save them. That'll be good. You know, we'll have a good time then. Tell you what, go to Kyber at some point. You're close. You're close. Just get into Kyber and realize how effed you are with this awful fleet situation.
Oh. Well, yeah. Feel like it's
Oh,
just gonna get a little bit worse.
it obviously will.
It's a lot of missing. Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Well, we didn't need that anyway.
Yeah, here, you play with it. There's a lot of missing shards.
Stars. Yeah. Tons of them.
Man,
It hurts my brain a little bit.
yeah. Okay, hang on. No negotiator. Holy,
And no Radis either, for what it's worth. But
right.
it's not worth much.
Man,
I mean, their account, of course.
I mean,
They don't even have a 6-star Hyena Bomber or Vulture Droid. I guess Vulture Droid is.
but like they have malevolence and like a relic Grievous and stuff, so
Uh huh.
you would hope. One would hope.
Well, I mean,
This is what
that's all we've got. All we've got is hope.
yeah. Well,
we
it looks like
we
they
haven't
bought.
got a good roster. That's for damn sure.
Did they buy the Resistance fleet
No,
bundle?
no.
Okay.
Well, at least they don't have the 7-star. Oh, I guess maybe they did actually. I was just looking at their bomber, the resistance bomber, but that's actually wasn't included in any of the packs. So.
Yeah, I don't think that was included in the packs, but they've got the Relic 5 on the pilots, which is why I'm curious.
Oh, they probably did then.
This is covered in drool now.
Oh.
Not the roster, to clarify. Uh, okay.
Right.
I don't
Well,
know how I
they
feel
have a
about
relic.
this.
They have a relic Iden, so I don't know what's going on there.
All right. Well, that's the fleets. Thanks, buddy.
Yum. Get some. wonder how much spit is on that thing before he got it.
Quite a lot, apparently. Uh, do you want to look at Datacrods? No,
Do I ever want to look at anything on anyone's roster?
no, you
That's
don't. Here you go.
all right. That's part of why they're probably succeeding a little bit in GAC.
Right, they've got a little bit of interaction, engagement, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, good for them.
Okay, here we go.
Good for us. The sooner we're done with this, the sooner we can stop looking at the roster.
So it looks like one GL. Yes, that's the keyboard. Do you want me to
One
sort by speed?
Oh, I mean, sure. You could let me know.
Oh boy.
oh
Yikes. Oh.
man. All
Oh
right,
no.
you can pick first.
Uh, hmm. Yikes. Can I say Piet? Is that mean to go that low?
It is mean of them to have a bad roster that we have to then endure.
You want to pick?
You said Piet. I guess I'll go with Moff Gideon.
All right.
I mean, Piet's the right answer though, because you knew it. You knew it beforehand.
I did not know it beforehand. 293.
Oh jeez. No.
I was worried because the Mara being purple is throwing me off. Yeah.
There's not another one of those, buddy. Yeah, it's weird, man. What's the number?
Oh, yikes. What do you think it is? Mara's 294.
I hope it's Hux.
You mean oh, okay. I didn't even see Huck's way up there. Oh my god.
I don't know why you Hux that fast, man.
322. Do you think it's
Okay.
Foo?
Let's find out.
I want to see what Gideon was at after too. 302. Maybe it's Bosk. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. 295. So it was Foo.
So their ending score was a 4.
I guess.
If we don't count Galactic or 5 if you count Galactic Legends.
Gideon's 287. In case
Oh man.
you missed that. I'm gonna stop sorting it by speed now.
Okay.
What would you like to look at?
Nothing.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
That's because it's not. Okay, so let's look at Separatists.
All right. Well, he's got Grievous in them. Okay. Okay.
I don't know why it feels so disappointing when I see something like this.
Mhm.
So there's just this really funny thing of like one of the most applied omicrons out there is the Poggle omicron.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they compare, how it really stacks up in comparison to all the GAC ones, but I do know that the Poggle one is like disproportionately represented by like a ton of people, and it's because guilds are all like, "Hey, just get the Poggle Omicron, dummies," and this guy's like, "Oh, yeah, like, oh, the screen's dead."
Oh,
But
sorry.
but
I got distracted by the baby.
oh, you're fine. How dare you just not have all the hands? No, the people. He was probably just like, oh, okay, I'll apply that. They didn't even think like, oh, maybe they're only talking about people with relic geos or something. I don't know. Maybe they weren't. Maybe his guild's happy with this. Maybe he gets lots of wins with it.
Baby.
Good for him. Yay.
Um,
All the wins.
let's look at like, I don't know, Jedi.
Yikes.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, he's got an Omicron on Gear 12 Mace, too. And on Gear 12 Qui-Gon. I can't really talk on that. My Prevail Man is like a Gear 10 Qui-Gon with his Omicron.
And an Omicron on Luminara.
Why don't you have an Omicron on Juhani? Wait, hold on. Do they have Revan?
Yeah, they've got Revan. Relic 3.
Do they have Darth Revan?
Oh, let's go see. No. And no mallet.
They barely have enough to fill a roster.
Holy.
Basty's not even farmed.
Yikes. That's
Sith Empire Trooper, he's like, hey, I got a pre-taunt. Let's not use him. He's level 80. It's not even 85. I'm seeing that right?
Yeah, he's level 80. Yeah.
Well, this is fun. Yay for us. We get to endure this.
Okay, let's flip it upside down.
Wait, hold on. Was that just Sith Empire?
Yes.
Could we just look at Sith real quick?
Yes.
Okay, this will be a little better, I hope. Yeah, okay, because I remember, I was like, wait, I think I saw a Relic Treya. Alright,
Okay.
it's Savad. Alright, a little bit of redemption here. Oh, and then they put an Omicron on Darth Talon and just set themselves back. Alright. I was like, I respect, never mind. Let's continue.
You changed your mind. All right. Let's flip it upside down.
What, your frown?
Sure, or your smile. Before little man gets real cranky.
Alright.
Ah, look at that echo. Look at that bad batch. Oh my goodness, ARC Trooper.
It's
I
not
don't think he has gas.
It's not the bad batch, it's the truly horrendous batch.
I don't remember seeing gas in the Jedi list.
I kind of don't recommend gas. He's kind of sucks these days.
You don't need him. Man.
Old Vander, he's like, hey, at least I got unlocked. He's just happy it got out.
Level 53.
He's like, you guys don't know how awful it is to be unfarmed. But I'm partially farmed at least. Look at that Karth.
Look at Armorer.
I don't want to look anymore.
You don't want to? Okay. Little man doesn't want to look anymore either.
All right. Game over. See you next week.
That's it.